Good afternoon, my dear kids. Welcome back once again to this short tutorial video for class 8 students. And since we are doing the geometric section and we have already finished the triangles part in the previous video, I hope you kids have gone through the previous video as well. Okay, and this one will be dealing with the quadrilaterals. Okay, we'll be dealing with a four-sided geometrical figure. Okay, so quadrilateral. A quadrilateral, as you can see the definition, a four-sided geometrical figure is known as quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has four sides, four vertices, and four angles. I know, I guess you are familiar with the terms that is vertex and angles and all, isn't it? Okay, so a quadrilateral is simple, nothing but a four-sided geometrical figure. Okay, and since we have dealt with the three-sided geometrical figure already, isn't it? The three-sided geometrical figure is known as your triangle, isn't it? So in this one, we'll be dealing with quadrilaterals. Okay, so as you can see, I have drawn a four-sided geometrical figure in here, a random four-sided, simple A, B, C, and D, isn't it? Four-sided, any four-sided geometrical figure. As you can now say that any four-sided geometrical figure is known as quadrilateral. So since I have drawn a random figure in here, A, B, C, D. Okay, so here we have quadrilateral A, B, C, D with sides AB, BC, AB, BC, and CD, and DA as its sides, and its vertices as A, B, C, and D. Vertices means the point where an angle is formed, isn't it? So, and remember, a line joining two non-consecutive vertices. A line joining two non-consecutive vertices is called a diagonal. Now, this is a new term for you, isn't it? So, see, a line joining two non-consecutive vertices is called a diagonal, and so here we will be having AC and BC. BD are the two diagonals of the quadrilateral ABCD. Two non-consecutive. See the term non-consecutive. The term consecutive means which comes one after another. Like for example, in this one, which are the two consecutive points? What we can say, which are the consecutive points? Now see, for A, the consecutive points are B and D. See, which it comes one after another, isn't it? After A comes B, or we can also, if we go with clockwise, then we can say after A comes D as well. If we go anti-clockwise, A after A comes B. Isn't it? For B, the consecutive sides, consecutive points, C and A. For C, the consecutive sides are D and B. And for D, the consecutive sides are A and C, similarly. Okay? So actually, the non-consecutive side here means the point which doesn't come after another. Okay? Like for simple example, from point A, which doesn't come immediately after another. Which point doesn't come immediately? See. Simple C, isn't it? For A, if you go from to this direction, then you have to meet point D at first. Then only after that comes point C, isn't it? Now these 2 points, that is A and C, these points are known as your non-consecutive points. Okay. Suppose, and if I have drawn a line segment joining A and C, at that time this line segment, that is AC, is known as your diagonal. Okay. Similarly, for this point, that is B, its non-consecutive point is D. See? So, if I join B and D, so that time, here is how you will get the diagonals. Okay? So, I hope you understood about the diagonal. The line segment joining two non-consecutive vertices is known as your diagonal. So, here we have AC, and BD. See? BD as the two diagonals of the quadrilateral AB and CD. Okay. Now angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So recall your angle sum property of a triangle. We know that when in a triangle, when we add all the three angles of a triangle, we'll get 180 degrees, isn't it? Similarly, in the quadrilateral, the sum of the interior angles, not three, the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. What we know about interior angles of a quadrilateral, that is, it has four interior angles, isn't it? So when we add four interior angles of a quadrilateral, for any quadrilateral, you will get 360 degrees. Okay, that is the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Okay, so let's do a few sums so that it may be easier for you. Okay. So for the first question, what we have here is the three angles of a quadrilateral are 110 degree, 71 degree, and 70 degree. Find its fourth angle. We need to find the fourth angle. So simple. Let its fourth angle be x, because since we don't know about the angle and the figure is also not given, what you can do is either you draw the figure and give them a certain name, and you can call them according to your name. Okay, call them according to their name. Or what you can say is, you can simply assume, see, let this fourth angle be x. That's what I have done here. Let this fourth angle be x. And what I know, according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, so since we were already given with three angles, isn't it? That is 110, 71 and 70. So, and the fourth angle I have assumed as x. So when you add all the four angles, I'll get 360 degrees. That's what I know, isn't it? Now here it became now linear equation, isn't it? So I've added the given values of the angles, that is 70, 71 and 110. I got 251. I have taken 251 to the other side. It's a concept of linear equation, isn't it? Plus goes to the other side, becomes minus, so 360 and minus, and I got my unknown angle, that is the fourth angle, as 109 degree. Okay, so x equals to 109 degree. I hope you kids understood this one. Okay. Now the second one. In the second one, what we have is, in a quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, so that means definitely okay, in a quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, we are just with a quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, angle P equals 120 degree. Angle Q, R and S, they are equal. See, they are given equal angles, and we need to find angle Q, R and S. We need to find the equal angles. Okay, so again I have assumed the equal angles as x. Again the figure was not given, so let the equal angles be x. Now again, according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, so what we know according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, that means that when we add all the four angles of a quadrilateral, we'll get 360 degree, isn't it? And I've assumed the equal angles as x. So simple, x plus x plus x plus 120 degree equals to 360 degree, isn't it? I hope you can solve from here. Three like terms, one constant term. We need to take constant term to the other, isn't it? Okay, so I hope you kids can solve that. Okay. Okay. Now for question number 3, what do I have is, we got a figure now. So see, we got a figure. We got actually we have two rays, isn't it? And between the ray there's a quadrilateral as well. See, four-sided figure. Sides are OM, MP, PN and NO, isn't it? It's a quadrilateral actually, isn't it? And look at the symbols as well, the angles. Angle M and angle N, they are perpendiculars. See, 90 degree, isn't it? The symbol also represents 90 degrees. See, the symbols are also, as I have repeatedly been telling you, the symbols are also very important geometry, isn't it? So these two angles are given as 90 degree, and this angle is given as 40 degree. So okay, so once you get the figure in your question, what are you supposed to do? You need to first draw the figure and write whatever the given terms are there, isn't it, in the question. So that's what I have done here. See, given angle AOB equals to 40 degree, angle PMO equals to PNO, that is PMO, this angle, PNO, that is this angle, equals to 90 degree. So since the condition was also given in your question, that is PM is perpendicular to OA or PN is perpendicular to OB. So perpendicular means 90 degree, isn't it? And we need to find, what do we need to find? We need to find MPN. MPN, that is this angle, that is one of the interior angles of the quadrilateral. So what we know, see, we got all the three interior angles of a quadrilateral, see, 90, 40 and 90. One of the interior angles is missing. So simple, since MNOP is a quadrilateral, so that's what I have written out here. See, MNOP is a quadrilateral, we know that it's a quadrilateral, isn't it? Four-sided geometrical figure. So according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, we know that angle M plus angle N plus angle O plus angle P, that is all the four interior angles of the quadrilateral, will be equal to 360 degree. Now I have substituted the given values or the given angles. So M, as we know, is 90 degrees, so 90. N, as we know, is 90 degrees, so 90. Angle O as 40 degree, and angle P, we need is supposed to figure out angle P, because that's what, see, angle P, vertex in the middle, isn't it? M, P, N, it means this angle, that is angle P. So I hope you can solve it from here. It's a linear equation, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so for the next question we have here is question number 4, that is to find the unknown angles. Okay, so again, what do I see here? The figure is given for you. So what do I see here? I got a quadrilateral as well as exterior angle as well. Now for the exterior angle, okay, the x and y, they lie on a straight line, isn't it? The triangle, the x and y, they lie on a straight line. So I know that these two, when I add these two, I'll get 180 degree because of linear pair, isn't it? This is how you need to figure out. Okay, and see, if I just consider triangles and just consider the quadrilateral and the interior angles. See, I got 3 interior angles of the quadrilateral, one is missing. So what can I do? I can simply use the angle sum property of a quadrilateral, isn't it? And figure out the 4th angle that is missing. So that is what I have done here. See, according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, that is what I have done here. I have added all the 3 angles with the unknown interior angle of the quadrilateral plus x equals to 360 degree. And what was the reason? Angle sum property for quadrilateral. So I guess you can figure out the value of x from here. Okay, so I've left, because these are the concepts, these are simple basics that I guess you can solve it, isn't it? These are the basics from linear equations in one variable as well. So figure out the value of x from here, and as I've already said, because we get, see, for unknown angles we have y as well. As I've already said, it lies on a x and y, they lie on a straight line. So what we can say is x plus y equals to 180 degree, isn't it? So as soon as you get the value of x in here, what I want you to do is substitute the value of x in here. It will become, you will get a constant value from here of the x, isn't it? As soon as you substitute the value of x in here, it will become a constant term. Take it to other side, subtract it with 180 degree, then you will get the value of y as well. Okay? Okay? Okay, so I hope it's understood this one as well. Okay. Now for question number 5, what do I have is, find the measure of 4 angles of a quadrilateral if they are in the ratio. Now see, they are given in ratio. So for ratio, I have already told you, whenever you see a word problem in a ratio, what did I say? Whenever you see a word problem in a ratio, you have to assume the terms as a whole number first, isn't it? And how will you do that? By simply substituting a, not substituting, but simply using a variable with the term that is given in the ratio. So that is what I have done here. See, let the angles be 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. Now remember, now our angles are 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. Not just, these were given in the ratio form. Okay, not whole numbers. Now what we have done here is, I have assumed my angles as whole numbers. That is 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. Even though they are in terms of variables, but I have assumed it, isn't it? So now according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, so what do we know according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral? That is, when we add all the 4 angles, interior angles of a quadrilateral, we get to 360 degree, isn't it? So according to angle sum property of a quadrilateral, when you add all the 4 interior angles, you'll get 360 degree. Okay, so this is your sum, linear equation, one variable again. I guess you can solve it. Okay, but remember, we need to find all the 4 angles of the quadrilateral. So what will you do from here? So you will solve it, this one, this equation, and you will get the value of x. Now see, we are not done here, because we haven't got the x is not our angle, remember, because our angles were 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. So as soon as you get the value of x from here, what you will do is, you will substitute the values of x in each and every angle, and you will get the measure of each and every angle. Remember that. Okay, because the question states we need to find the 4 angles of the quadrilateral. Okay, we need to find the 4 angles of the quadrilateral. So since here I have just plotted the equation and left it for you, I hope you can solve it. Okay, and remember one thing, again I am repeating, here after solving this, you will get the value of x from here. You will get the value of x from here, remember, and that x is not our angle, remember that, because we have assumed our angle as 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. After that, what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to substitute the value of x in each and every angle, that is 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. What is the relation between a constant and a variable? Multiplication, isn't it? Suppose for example, if you get the value of x as 20, so then how will you write is, once you got the value of x, then you will write it as, therefore the angles are, so first angle is 3x, so you will write 3x, then you have got the value of, as I have assumed, I said suppose, okay, suppose you got the value of x as 20 degree, then you will write 3 into 20, that is one of the angles will be 60 degree. Second angle, that is 5x. So again second angle 5x, that is 5 into 20. You have to substitute the value of x in each and every angle. Okay, 5 into 20, that is 100 degree. Now for 7, again 7x, 7 into 20, that is 140 degree, and for 9, again 9 into 20 as 180 degree. Okay, but see, the value of x may not come 20, isn't it? I have just tried to tell you how to solve it completely. Okay, so I hope you kids understood today's lesson. So stay tuned in for more updates and more videos. Okay, till then, stay safe. Bye bye.